To Jesse Dollemore, it's John Weaver again, Roseman, California. You know, the diary of the grieving name, John Weaver. It's 4:29 p.m. It's still the 12th of October, 2023. Dude, you did pull up the U.S. Constitution, did you not? You had it in your hand. Did you happen to take a look at the section where it said, I'm going to be reading I'm going through the Cornell Law School website. I typed into the Google search of the U.S. oath of office without and then with President's oath. Without the oath, let me explain on this one. 5 U.S. Code Section 3331 Oath of Office. It says, an individual except the President elected or appointed to an office of honor or profit in the civil service or uniformed services shall take the following oath. Quote, I, state your name, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear truth, faith, and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely and without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will and faithfully discharge the duties of the office of which I'm about to enter, so help me God. This section does not affect other oaths required by law. Again, this is U.S. Code, 5th U.S. Code, Section 3331, Oath of Office. Okay. Now, from the Cornell Law Office, again, different area, Legal Information Institute, Article 2, Section 1, Chapter 8.1, the Oath of Office. Right, Article 2, Section 1, Clause 8. Before he enter on the execution of his office, he shall take the following oath or affirmation. Quote, I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will do the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. You were making note in regards to what, you were making note on what Trump had said in the paperwork, that he doesn't have to support the Constitution of the United States. To say it again, in that last chapter, the oath is, I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. He's going to have an issue with the legal at this point because he may technicality get him on that one, but I'm not quite sure if it's going to be getting him out of trouble. We all assume that every time you keep taking the oath of office as the President of the United States, that you are supporting the Constitution of the United States. Otherwise, why would you enter the office in the first place? Why would you swear an oath to the Constitution? Everyone assumes. assumes protection. I'm going to send this one over to Beau, Beau, the fifth column, to Eric. Let him have fun with this one here. And to David Pakman and a few others. Jess, I'm watching your show, and I know you get a giggle at a lot of this stuff, but this, I hadn't looked at the paperwork filed yet. Give me a second. I'm just trying to get my computer to work here so I can actually look at what we're dealing with here. So, newest. That's to watch later. I need a history. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to, while it's on mute, I found your article. Trump argues in court, I had no duty to support the Constitution as the president. I'm going over to your sources of Document Cloud. I'm clicking onto it. And I'm looking at the damn indictment that he's got. All right, 26 pages. That's a lot. That's a lot. Denver, Colorado? What the hell is this one? You pulled up Denver, Colorado? Number Anderson, Michelle Periola, Claudine Coretta, Krista Kiefer, Kathy Wright, and Christopher Castillion versus Jenna Griswold in her official capacity as Colorado Secretary of State and Donald J. Trump respondents, and Colorado Republican State Central Committee, an unincorporated association, and Donald Trump interveners. Okay, that's interesting. So Donald Trump replies in support of a special motion to dismiss. Ooh. You should have been telling me which particular page this was referring to. Okay, let me see. I need to increase the. I need to see what the hell I'm looking at here. Alrighty, standing to bring his anti-slap challenge. The slap. Wow. Is that what they call it? The slap? Okay. That's interesting. What the hell's the slap? I don't know. Okay, what do we got? There's no party in the case. Somebody here. So what the hell is the slap? I look back. Okay, so it's about 26 pages. Well, how many pages did you get into this damn thing in the first place? I mean, yeah, you've been reading off of this thing, but it didn't say which particular areas. I know you like to do your research and you like to talk about this kind of thing, Jess, but it'd be nice if you got a little bit more specific about the thing, you know? Oh, look, they got an original PDF file for me to download. Even better. Okay. Just for files. Plop. Okay, there we go. Next. What do we got? Oh, get that cleared up a bit. There we go. 150 resolution. Nice. What can I say? Well, I know I gotta fix this damn thing in the first place, so. Okay. I'm trying to find a section now, about 8 or 9 pages. So somewhere in this mess it's going to say something about Trump It's going to say something about that. Maybe I should just get back to the regular one. I didn't have a document search in this thing. I'd love to see it. Just do a word. Hello. There's a spyglass, a search engine. Yay. Okay. Okay, page 1, page 2. Okay, page 13. Okay, that's going to be fun, isn't it? All right, let's see what we got. 13? There we go. Close, 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 close. Okay. Ah! I found it. Okay, here we go. I'm so excited. Here we go. Section. There's a little section here. Number 2. President is not qualified. President Trump is not disqualified under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. Here we go. Okay, petitioners failed to show that President Trump is disqualified under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. Petitioners bear the burden of proof on this prong to show that their claims survive this anti-SLAPP motion by showing that there is a reasonable likelihood they will prevail at trial. They have failed to meet their burden, and therefore the petition must be dismissed. Okay, a little Section A in here. Section 3 does not apply to Donald Trump, to President Trump. As set forth in the respondent Donald J. Trump motion to dismiss, filed on September 29, 2023, in parentheses, the September 29th motion to dismiss. Okay, Section 3 does not apply to President Trump. Section 3 disqualifies a person from holding office only if he, quote, previously took an oath as a member of Congress. Whoops. Okay. Or as an officer of the United States, or as a member of the state legislature, or as an executive judicial officer of any state. Quote unquote. Okay. Because President Trump was never a congressman, state legislature, state officer, Section 3 applies only if he was an officer of the United States. Yes, you did say that. You did say that. You did say that. But as the term was used in Section 3, it did not cover the president. Furthermore, Section 3 can disqualify someone only if his oath includes a promise to support the Constitution of the United States, which the president oath does not. Oh boy. Yeah, I heard. Okay. September 29th motion dismissed explains why the President of the United States is not an officer of the United States, and let's see, President Trump's reply in support of that motion, due on October 13th, 2023, will explain why petitioners' arguments to the contrary fail. Okay. And I heard your explanation, and you read throughout the rest of this. I just wanted to get that clarification because I wasn't quite sure. I mean, I read the Constitution, but I didn't exactly memorize the whole thing. Portions of it, yeah. I mean, I took a political science 101 a long time ago, back in college, several years ago, actually. I'm still at it, by the way. Nothing wrong with getting your brain filled up with a hell of a lot of knowledge and stuff like that. I just got to share it with people sometimes. And in this situation, I think he's got. I think I'm not a lawyer, but if they're going to be doing technical word per word per word, then we are in a precedent battle that's going to the Supreme Court of the United States. We are saying, Jess, if this prevails and Trump wins on this technicality, that's going to be setting up a hell of a precedent. But I'm going to be saying at this point, or if he loses on this one, this is an appellate situation. If the appellate goes in favor of Trump, But if it doesn't, Supreme Court. And you know how they are, being conservatives. They're going to set up a precedent. There is, if it comes down to that, Jess, if it comes down to that, it's going to set up a hell of a precedent for every candidate who wins the office of the presidency of the United States. That they're going to have this speech modified by an amendment. Now, you already know how screwed up Congress is right now and the Senate. Senate will have to debate it for a while and finally decide if they're going to do it or not. They're going to bounce this around. But you know how the hotheads are in the House of Representatives? I'm sorry, the circus of the House. I don't call them representatives. I call them clowns. All of them. Yeah, including the Democrats, including my own party. Thank you very much. They're part of the same damn circus anyway. Even though they're probably standing in the sidelines or standing in the under other tarps, but they're still part of the circus. Unless they're probably held captive by legal bounds to watch the circus play out in the Trumplican party. There is no longer the grand old party or Reagan's party or even calling them Republicans. They're the Trumplicans. Every one of them. Yeah, my own observations of these idiots anyway. But getting back to the point, the House of Representatives, if they were actually the House of Representatives, elected officials that weren't trying to make a whole mess and circus out of everything because of their own damn egos. Okay, let's ignore that one there. At this point, they would have to make the amendment choice. There would have to be all 50 states having conventions over this to argue the amendment in groups all over whether or not we're going to add an amendment to the Constitution revising the oath of office. If the court doesn't look at the technicality, you know Trump's going to appeal this damn thing. He appeals every damn thing. Anything he loses, it automatically goes to the Supreme Court. This is going to the appellate, and they're going to have a field day on this one. It's going to be up to the godly group of Kavanaugh and the idiots up there whether or not, if the technicality is going to hold or not, or if the precedent that have been set up since Washington holds true. We're in for it. We're in for it on this one. Oh, and that other smartass remark he made concerning about Hamas, that's not going to help him very much in the Republican Party because now he's set himself up as a terrorist. I got to put it on record here. I've been trying to put this thing on record like crazy. We live in dangerous times right now, Jess, and sometimes the information we see out there is going to be affecting a hell of a lot of people. You've seen, you know what happened regarding Israel. Everyone knows about it. And we've got a hell of a lot of protests happening in different areas left and right. We haven't gotten into violent conflicts yet, but coming close to it. We've got the synagogues and mosques out there being guarded, private and public security. I'm afraid of an outlash. I'm afraid of a backlash. I'm afraid of all hell breaking loose with the repercussions happening. I don't support the governmental actions, a long-term standing of the government of Israel, what they've done to the Palestinians living in the West Bank, and not to mention in the Gaza Strip. Not even giving them a choice of dignity or respect or anything. I mean, after all, they owe them a great deal for getting a homeland. You win 1948, just think on it. Research it. And then follow the trends afterwards. Do a little history digging on this one. The administration beforehand, regarding the Middle East, regarding the Palestinians, British Empire. These people in Palestine, foreign invaders. That's what they all are. If they're not in the Middle East, if they're not Palestinians, they're foreign invaders. But it was the decision of the United Nations to force this change onto Palestine to allow Israelis to settle. And they did. And they took over. If you happen to do your Bible research, Genesis 24, 25, and then go to Exodus 1 through 15. Study the story. Did you get that information written down? Good. You understand a little bit? It'll take you some time to read through it. This is oy vey. That's the thing I gotta say for myself is oy vey. I can do Yiddish. I could do Yiddish stuff if I have to. What I can't do right now, Jess, is seeing this without response to it. And yeah, I'm sending this one not through the normal channels, but through your email. And you'll be knowing it because it's coming from me. And you'll know the location of the server. I'm just getting the rest of my pages set up so I can get that going. And also continue on with my damn schoolwork over here. I'm still in class at the College of Antelope Valley. Antelope Valley College, located in Lancaster, California. I'm still going there. Don't knock it. It's a good school. Even for a junior college, it's a good school. I like these teachers. I like the subjects. I like what I'm doing over there. I'm having too much fun. I'm bad for a 57-year-old fart. Anyway. It's crazy. It's crazy about this one. So, I got another letter to send out to people. So, I'll be sending some links over to some other people about this one. I'll talk at you later, Jess. I'm going to end this one right now and get it processed and get it going. So, I'll talk at you later, pal.